Good morning from Kamakura, Japan, where it is just about 7 o'clock in the morning. And this was supposed to be a live stream, but you see, I made one critical judgment error in my calculations and forgot that new channels like this Tokyo Lens Expore channel aren't eligible for mobile live streaming. Because I had done a live stream the other day with Charlotte, but that wasn't a mobile stream. That was just a normal stream. And so I had completely forgotten about that. It takes a little time. You got to get something like 4,000 watch hours or something crazy. But anyways, what we're going to do today is we're going to treat this like a live stream. And I'm going to walk you guys through the area as I had wanted to. Now, the unfortunate part being that one of the areas that I wanted to show you, the area that I actually had in the thumbnail was... there was no signal. There was zero signal. I couldn't get signal. I couldn't get Wi-Fi. I couldn't get anything. So I had kind of given up on that and headed over to this, which is right near Kamakura Station. So look at all these. Absolutely beautiful. And there's a security camera up here as well. Now today I've only brought this one little GoPro along with me, but we're gonna treat it like a stream. I'm also hopefully gonna try and use the Premiere function, but knowing my luck, I won't be able to use that either. So we're just gonna take a walk through the area of Kamakura and enjoy some of the sights and sounds together. You know, one of my favorite parts of the entire live stream thing is the interaction that you get. Let's start by taking a look at the map here. I'll talk about that in a second. So right now, we're right up here where the big red dot is. I didn't realize there's a whole separate road you can go up there. And then all down here is actually a really beautiful spot. If you've never been out to Kamakura, this is one of the first places I recommend you to come out to. For the life of me, the name of this place is just escaping me. But one of the huge advantages to doing this while it's not actually live is I have access to my phone. And it's Tsurugaoka Hachimangu. That's the name of this place. Tsurugaoka Hachimangu. Now, whew, so many stairs. One of the things that I really love about doing live streams is we have this interaction. Like, I get to read all the comments and feed off of you guys' energy and answer questions and everything like that. But when it's not live, I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants. It's all me. It's 100% me. And so we're gonna make the best of it, and we're gonna treat it more like a podcast, which is one of the things that I'm actually going to use this channel for. So since this is a new channel and this is going to be one of the first videos going on the channel, I thought maybe I could share a little bit with you about what we're going to do as we walk through the area. So this channel is primarily going to be here for long form content. Now that could be anything from little walks like this through the countryside of Japan, or maybe even through the city of Tokyo, some nighttime stuff, and for video podcasts, which is something that I've wanted to do more of for some time and just haven't really done. And I figured this would be a great place to post some of that longer content that could be up to an hour or longer. But the main goal of the Tokyo Lens Explore channel is going to be exploring through live streams. And it's something that I've fallen in love with live streams over the years. If you've joined this channel, chances are you have a slight love for the live streams yourself, or at least you're bored enough to want some more content. And either way, I'm glad to have you here, but I have developed this special love for the live streams over the past year or so. In fact, if you've been with the channel long enough to watch any of the content from when my little brother Alexander was here, that's when I really fell in love with live streaming. And I'm just super glad that I can now have an entire channel dedicated to that and to doing some long form content. So that's kind of a peek at what the channel is going to be about. Again, I was honestly looking forward to sharing all of this with you live, completely and actually live, and we could interact and we could talk and we could chat. But you guys know I'm going to be hanging out in the comments down below, so don't be shy about interacting there. I'm doing my best at the moment to manage the disappointment from thinking that I was gonna have this wonderful live stream adventure with you guys. I had the walk all planned out everywhere we were gonna go, and then I just get, you know what the worst part is? Honestly, between just us, I feel like I told you guys, like, hey, I'm gonna be live from 7 a.m. on this channel, come and join. I came all the way out to Kamakura to do this live stream with you guys, and here we are. No live stream. Right now it's 7 o'clock. Chances are you're one of the people who joined for the sake of, you know, getting that fresh 7 a.m. live stream, and you're now like, well, what's going on? Where's the stream? And yeah, so I genuinely feel pretty bad about that, and I am sorry that this wasn't live, but I hope at least having this as a bit of a, wow, that guy's just straight up swinging a sword around. I hope that this makes up for it, even if only a little. That's actually pretty cool. I don't want to make him like super self-conscious. Beautiful shot of the lake. Seems like he's well known locally. Everyone's stopping to chat with him. We're gonna keep going on down this way. The main exit is out there. And you know what? There is a place that I really wanted to show you guys that I was like, you know what? I won't be able to show you on the live stream because when I swung by there, there was absolutely no signal. And so I was like, oh, I gotta cut it out of the live stream, and I was really disappointed. But I think I should be able to show you on here, and it is by far my favorite place in Kamakura. And hello, ducks. How you guys doing? Just hanging out, having a good time. So I think it's at most maybe a 20-30 minute walk from here, and I was gonna completely abandon it, but I think we might be able, providing that it's actually open and accessible, be able to go and check it out today. So my first time out here in Kamakura was probably back in, I'd say, 2007 or 2008. Can't remember which one. I'm gonna guess 2008 just because it feels safer. And I came down here, I did all the typical Kamakura stuff. In fact, this was the very first shrine that shrine. It's got a giant torii gate arm. It's a shrine. Mind you, if you saw the video I did with Charla out in Morioka, you'll remember that the torii gate doesn't always guarantee that we're looking at a shrine. And apparently they don't want you to enter this space with pets. So where I had completely and utterly lost my train of thought. I was talking about my first time out here, and this was the very first shrine that I ever came to in Kamakura. But then somewhere around 2011, 2012, I made some friends out in the Kamakura area, and they invited me out, and they showed me by far the coolest place. Like, I don't know, can I call it a temple? Can I call it a shrine? I don't even remember what it, I think it's a shrine. We'll call it a shrine. it's just basically the coolest place that I've been to so far in Japan. Now, I'm looking at my phone right now. No, I was about to echo. That's not bad. It's 11 minutes away. It's not 11 minutes away. It's a 27-minute walk away. But we're gonna get to walk through beautiful streets, the quiet, lovely, peaceful, traditional streets of the area of Kamakura. My only goal and hope at this point is that the battery on this actually lasts us there. I have about 60% battery left on this camera, and the goal is for it to get us from here all the way. Look at that, like, look at this shrine though. This is just beautiful. Okay. 4 visitors. Oh, this is COVID info. Exciting stuff. Look at this. They're definitely part of the Pigeon Club. And we're gonna walk right down this tunnel right here. I also, in between live streams, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna skip the eating. Don't have time. So I am absolutely famished right now. And this is probably the longest traffic light that I've ever seen in Japan. There's just no chance of crossing it whatsoever. Like, how many minutes of the video have been taken up simply by waiting for the... I could cut it. I could just like cut right to the next scene, but I also... There's a certain level of curiosity in me right now that just wonders how long it's gonna take for this light to change. Or if we're just gonna end up jaywalking it. I'm starting to feel like we might just... Oh, there it is. All right. Now, I've actually stayed in Kamakura several times, and it's a worthwhile place to stay. There's a lot of stuff nearby. You've got Enoshima, where we did our live stream this morning, which, if YouTube allows me, I will link. I just don't trust YouTube anymore. And we've got, there's no shortage, is the phrasing I was looking for. There's no shortage of amazing cafes and restaurants. Also, there is a festival, an Odori festival, that I come down to Kamakura for almost every single year. And I'm gonna try and pick up the pace of my walk. I'm wearing a sweater right now. Like, I've got the pink Explore Always sweater on. And so I don't wanna get into a full jog like the gentleman in front of me. Otherwise, I'm gonna be soaking wet. But I do want to pick up the pace. We can enjoy the... If you were privy to the live stream from this morning, which also will be linked in the description box of this, you will know that we got one of the best views of Mount Fuji ever. I was so incredibly excited to have that view. As I talked about before, the rainy season arrived early this year, and the weather's been incredibly unpredictable lately, so I was super concerned that we weren't going to get to see anything. I thought we would just arrive to gray skies and that'd be it. But we got beautiful weather, a lovely sunrise this morning, and I am starving. I am absolutely starving right now. I'm doing anything and everything that I can to distract myself from how incredibly hungry I am, but I am just famished. I also want to say that because this is being recorded on a GoPro, I don't entirely trust the audio. In fact, at some point I should probably stop it and check it to see if any of the audio is decent or usable. So if the audio on this has been absolute trash quality, we'll take that as a testament to GoPro and all the great things that they do for the camera world. And we are down to about 55% battery. I'm feeling like I'm gonna have to pick up the pace if we're gonna make it to that shrine that I want to go to. Now, a little touch base on this shrine. If you listen to the Tokyo Lens podcast, there's a pretty good chance that I've covered this shrine one or more times at least. Oh, noisy truck. Within the podcast content itself, because it is what I consider to be one of the most beautiful places that you can go to in Japan. Now, the very first time that I went there, I was taken aback, not just by how it looks, but more than anything, the entrance to the shrine, followed up by what the shrine is for. Now, this is one of those times where I really want to give a nice descriptor and kind of do a bit of a setup, but I'm personally really excited by the area and don't want to just oversell it, and then you get there and you're like, oh, it's this. So I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to say keep expectations neutral, but if you're anything like me, you'll definitely see the beauty in this place. And I haven't checked my phone in a good, I'd say, 10 minutes or so. It's been 3 minutes. I have completely and utterly lost track of all sense of time. We're gonna go down this way, check the road before we cross, and head over this way. We're turning over here in just a little bit. The last time that I went out to this shrine, I had walked to it as well. I just didn't remember it being like 30 or so minutes away. So we'll just give it the old college try. How often do you get to use that phrase? Is this the street that I want to go down? I hope so. Maybe not. It's okay, we can still use this street. It's not the street, but it's a good enough street. Now, Kamakura, while the main streets do have an absolute ton of goodies to find and explore and all of that, these back streets, just like in Tokyo, are absolutely ripe with little cafes and restaurants and things to find and explore. So if you ever have the chance to come out here, just like with Tokyo, don't stick to the main streets. Definitely get out and explore some of the back streets, like this Shotengai here, this Komachi Street. I think we actually wanted to go up to that one there and turn right. So I'm gonna head up there and do that. Now, Kamakura itself, I could give an entire history lesson on it. It was like the ruling area of Japan for over 100 years, as the shogunate who sat here ruled over the country. And I see that crosswalk up there. Not crosswalk, train crossing. And I'm just wondering, are we going to be able to get through, or is this going to be one of those train crossing situations where we stand there absolutely forever? There's one out in the Shinagawa area, and it is by far my least favorite / most hated one in all of Tokyo. There was a day where I swung out that way to pick up some sushi, and I got stuck at the train crossing, and something like 11 trains went back and forth, back to back. Oh, come on, see, this is what I didn't want. All right, we're gonna get to enjoy a train, perhaps. We're not running under that, that's for sure. Lovely sounds here. Probably just waiting for that train to leave. Now, one of the things about Kamakura is there's a really nice little train out here called the Enoden. That's not it at all. All right. That was not the train. I definitely should have ducked and ran. Let's explore the street for a second. On-street bicycle and scooter parking prohibited. There you go. Huh, it's just Kamakura Station. I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I've ever just gone to Kamakura Station. I feel like I have. I have to have. I've taken the train here a dozen times. It just looks weird from this angle, is all. And we're down into the 40s on battery. And I'd say we are about halfway to our destination. Right now we're here and we're crossing. We're actually trying to get into this mountainous area up here. That's the hope anyway. If this train crossing ever, this is exactly what I was concerned about. Just standing here all day listening to ding, 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 ding. Okay. And then I just have to try not to get hit by these cars. Parking also not terrible, but you get 4 hours for 1,100 yen, extra 30 minutes for 200 yen, and the train is finally leaving. It's an unnecessarily long train. Oh, finally. I was so worried another one would come. Those weren't close at all. I was completely comfortable with that at all times. Gotta love the narrow roads. Huh. You don't see a lot of that anymore. I'd say when I first came to Japan, seeing little ones on the back of the scooter was a little more common, but this, I don't know if you were able to catch it. You can actually rewind because it's not live, but she has a vest which seems to be hooked on to her dad's vest. So that's neat. Hopefully we're making our way in the right direction. My Apple Watch keeps going off like every 30 seconds being like, would you like to record an outdoor walk? No, I would not. I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna do it. I'm gonna hit the button. Gonna record that outdoor walk. We're gonna close those rings, all those things that you do with a watch apparently. All right. And it looks like we just stay on this road for some time and try not to get hit by cars along the way. I like this bike, by the way. This, whatever that is, Cross Cub. I like it. I actually just drove one of these minis like a few weeks ago, and you'll see it on a video on the Tokyo Lens channel coming up pretty soon. So this bush that you see behind all these houses here, that is the area that we are heading out to, and that is the shrine that I can't wait to show. But look at all the little houses and what. I'm always surprised by, like, for example, there's a gallery right here. I'm always surprised by the number of places out here that have like little art galleries and collections of music. And I'm gonna move over so this car can get through. So today there's a shrine that I wanted to start our live stream at, and it's called Meigetsu-in. And one of the reasons I wanted to start the live stream there is because the area is which way am I going? No, I'm not turning, am I? You know what? We're gonna turn. I'm just gonna go for it. Right now, seeing as it is the rainy season, Meigetsu-in is well known for its, oh, I'm forgetting the Japanese and the English. The beautiful flowers that are in the thumbnail. There we go. Charlotte and I were just talking about them the other day. and I thought it would be a really great place to start the live stream. So I went out there at like 6:15 in the morning, but unfortunately there wasn't even one bar of signal out there. So I kind of had to give up. I tried on 4G, I tried on the Wi-Fi, and they're building a nice place here. I really like the shutters on this house. That's something that I don't think is covered really often, is that Japanese houses often have like storm shutters for the windows. So if a zombie apocalypse ever hits, I would say that Japan is pretty much one of the most prepared countries that you could be in for a zombie apocalypse. Like bars on the windows, safety glass, shutters that people put down at night, houses built up hills, people living on islands and mountains. And I feel like, again, if there were to be a zombie apocalypse and you wanted to be in any country, this would probably be the country that you'd want to be in. Plus, you'd have all the swords and whatnot that you need, and you don't have to worry about running out of ammo. So we are down into the 30s now for battery, and I'd say I have my doubts if we're gonna make it. We're definitely gonna give it our best effort, but seeing how uphill everything is, I'm starting to have serious doubts they'll be able to make it. Also, places like this, like had I passed through here with the phone, this tunnel that's coming up ahead of us, guaranteed loss of signal. There's not a single chance that we would have been able to stream through here. Beautiful tunnel, but look at this. Now, again, GoPros, small sensors, and low light being everything that they are, the video quality is about to degrade quite a bit. It's actually holding up all right, but we are into the mid-30s. We've got at least 10 more minutes on our walk. Yeah. We can do it. I don't want to get there and then just run out of battery. That car sounded so much bigger from inside the tunnel. I had no intention whatsoever of making a video today. None. And then I'm glad I brought this camera at least. Had I not brought this, what is this tunnel? Don't distract me. What? You can't tell me that this isn't the tunnel from Spirited Away. What? Is this like someone's house? Is this the gate to a person's home? Like there's newspaper delivered here. Oh, that is way too cool. Oh, okay. All right. We might have found the place from Spirited Away. Jeez, okay. I'm gonna have to go into my maps and mark that, just because that is an insanely cool place. And why am I not surprised in the least that we are completely signalless? But I can see us getting close to the mountains. You can see the trees approaching, so we're getting there. We are getting, look at these houses, just beautiful though. How was I, Mall? Honestly, I'll say this much though. The smiles of the people out here are just so worth it. Like every single time that you say good morning to somebody here and they give you this giant smile, your entire day just lights up just a little. And I love it. Wow, they're all about the green. Okay, we're just about there. And if I remember correctly, when we get around this corner up here, which we are now into the 20s on battery, when we get around this corner up here, we got a bit of a hill climb ahead of us. So be prepared for some exasperated, heavy breathing excitement, if my memory serves me right. Could have just hopped on the back of his car. It's turning right. Probably would have been easier. This guy too. Man, not a single person offering me a ride. Ooh, these. Oh, they're so beautiful. Why can Ajisai? I feel like it's gotta be right. Okay, again, keep that battery in mind, Norm. Also, it was a joke, in case you're not familiar with the comedy stylings of me. I don't actually expect random strangers to give me a ride. You know, I met somebody once. I cannot for the life of me remember who was like, oh yeah, I hitchhiked for like a year in Japan all around the country. And I didn't really know what to say about it. Like, I guess there's nothing wrong with it. You don't often see hitchhikers in Japan though. So there's that. And they were non-Japanese. So, you know, it's kind of like double standing out. Whew. It's so narrow that not even the bike could get through. Hui. And yeah, they had some great stories from it, but I just don't know how I felt. So this, it's one of those things that, like, have you ever had something where you don't solidify an opinion on it, and time goes by and you think that the more time you have to think about it and reflect on it, the more that you'll more than likely just land on an opinion. Well, this is one of those ones that I just never landed on an opinion. How about you? What is your take on the world of hitchhiking? Are you a fan? Are you a believer? Do you think it's just the worst thing a person could do? I don't know. Like, you know, on one hand, obviously it's not the common practice, especially in a country like Japan. But on the other hand, if people are actually cool with like picking them up and giving them a ride, obviously not everybody's bothered by it either. So again, whew, lots of narrow streets down here. Just hoping that I don't take a wrong turn. Also wondering if I'll ever actually be able to find the car again. So that'll be an adventure all of its own. Lots of surf culture in this area because we're right near the ocean. So you'll see surfers all the time. It's one of those areas where you get a lot of... I also love the shape of this type of house, by the way, where they've got like the garage one built right under and this like base thing here. I just love that. Look at these. There's just something so beautiful about them. Anyway, you get a lot of those motorbikes or even bicycles with a surfboard attachment on the side of it. And according to the Apple Watch, we have so far walked about 2 kilometers. Honestly thought I'd recognize the area a lot more, considering that this is by far one of my favorite places. I must have taken a different route last time because I'm still just a big old block of question marks. I recognize the tunnel. As soon as I saw the tunnel, I was like, okay, I'm definitely heading in the okay. I spoke too soon. Just cut that whole section out. Just pretend like I didn't talk about not recognizing the area. Totally recognize it. All is well. We're good. Oh, here we go. This is the hill I was talking about. And we're gonna try not to get run over on said hill, because every car is coming by. Whew. I don't know how steep this looks, but I'll tell you it's steeper than it looks. Give you an idea. Whew. This is definitely a workout amongst workouts. And more super exciting news, when all of this is done, I've decided I'm actually gonna go out, probably get myself a half decent lunch. It's been a bit of work today, and I would like a meal. Probably go somewhere fancy. And I think there's an IKEA on the way home. And here it is. And I'm way too out of breath to properly narrate a darn thing about it. All right. Let me let this guy pass. So at some point, I thought I would come back on Tokyo Lens and do an entire video about this. First off, look at this. Let me give you a good peek at the area. Look at this. It actually looks a lot better when this truck is in here. It's got a beautiful, mysterious feel and vibe to it. But this shrine here is all hidden within a tunnel. So you come through here into the low light abyss, where you have concerns about hitting your head. And as you walk through to the other side, it's a whole nother world. Tucked within this mountain cove here is a shrine. Now, if you're wondering the name of it, and you probably are, I believe the name of this shrine is Zeni Arai Shrine. And one of the big things that you do is you grab one of these baskets here, you put your coins and your money in it, and you come out this way to this space where you wash your money. This entire shrine is a shrine for washing your money. And I think it is just the coolest little shrine ever. Like, look at this. And you can see through this cave area up to the top here. The last time that I came here was, I don't even know. Let's go ahead and say around 2011-ish. And there were so many people here that it was one lone candle. Yeah, that's real fire. There's so many people here last time that you could barely get up to wash your money. And some people weren't just washing their coins and then putting them back. Some people were just dropping their wallet and everything full on in there. And apparently, they say washing your money here is meant to give you good financial fortune. So that is, then when you're done, you drop your zaru, or these here, right in these baskets. I'm actually really glad we made it. I was genuinely so concerned that we weren't going to make it and that the battery was gonna die before I had a chance to actually make it here. Now, with there being this few people. It's a Monday morning right now, and again, it's insanely early. It's currently 7:39 in the morning. But with it being so early and with it being a Monday, we've been fortunate enough to get out here with absolutely no one. And a small abundance of Triforce symbols. Last time I came, I didn't get to explore the stairwells and see where it all takes us, so spiderwebs. The answer to where it takes us is spiderwebs. Something in that tree. Oh, he's a squirrel. It's the second squirrel I got to see today. It's the small things. Where does this path lead? Where is this gonna take us? We're on a little bit of an adventure now. We're living up to that channel name, Tokyo Lens Expore. What? So there's a back entrance to the shrine that I did not know about. It's got a little bit of a stairway path here. You know what? I would be absolutely remiss if I didn't at least check it out a little. I do want to check out and show just a bit more of the shrine because it's been so long since I've gone there. So we're gonna go and try not to fall down the stairs as we go. Huh. Oh wow, it takes you into all these little narrow back street areas. Oh, I love this. How did I miss this last time? The last time I was here with friends, so didn't have the same freedom of movement that we have now. Wow, okay. So this staircase here brings you, guessing that probably loops around, and it's all hidden in behind here. And now I gotta go back up the stairs. Dang it, didn't think of that. I did think. I knew it. We can do it. I've said it 1,000 times. I'll say it 1,000 more. If you can show me a channel that's done more stairs than I have, I will send you some merch. Whew. Okay. Running the stairs is probably not as good of an idea as I thought. Again, got the sweater on today. Either way, even approaching from this angle, it's really cool. We're getting down into the low battery percentage, so I don't want to lose the file. I'm gonna stop and restart once right now, just in case it cuts out on me. Okay, here we go. Let's check out the last little bit of the shrine with our last little bit of battery. They've got a bicycle and a scooter there. This just looks straight up abandoned, which is weird considering how popular this shrine is. There's the Kandi gentleman over there who's taking care of the place. Again, it's like a nice Panasonic bicycle too. Bit of a food stand here. And they even have a washroom. Did not realize. And then over here, seems like it's a bit of a pond. Now, a lady had just come in. And I was like, oh, we have another person. But she greeted people and headed inside. It seems like I'm the only person here right now who doesn't work here. So I think that my love for this place should be pretty much self-explanatory. Like, it's quite possibly one of the coolest little shrines in all of Japan. So as I was gonna go over here, I just went to put on my mask, and little Mr. Bug decided to hitch a ride. It's a big old nope. And I found a staircase over here leading up to yet another section of the shrine that I've never been to. I really underdid this the last time that I came. I'll say that much. I'm borderline disappointed in my lack of exploration of this place from my former visit. Just the way everything is built into the stone, the way it's built into the walls. I think it's really easy to look at a place like this. She's already changed into her work outfit. I think it's really easy to take a look at a place like this and say something like, oh, it's straight out of anime, or it's like Spirited Away. And it really is the way you go through the tunnel. But then again, there was another tunnel just down the road earlier that also looked like it was the actual tunnel from Spirited Away. But there's something more about this place that I wish I could more effectively put into words. There's something about the look, the feel, the fact that it's tucked in here into the mountains, accessible through this cave. There's just something truly special about this place. And I still don't get why this looks so abandoned. So, well, the GoPro died. We probably should have seen that coming. It was at like 4% and then just jumped to 0. Love that reliability. But luckily, I brought my phone along with me as well. So, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this first little exploration video. Again, this channel is going to be primarily for long form content like these. Let's try and get those watch hours up. Once we get the watch hours up, we can do mobile live streaming once again, and we'll have no problems whatsoever. But until then, thank you so much for being a part of it all. And you know, I will talk to you again real soon. Oh, and one more thing. While I know that I'm most certainly the only person that actually cares about this part, I wanted to say sorry that the entire thing was shot and shown to you on a GoPro. I really love this space, and I was hoping that the first time I came here and really showed it off to you, we might be able to do so with a little more quality. But I really enjoyed doing the walkthrough with you, and I'm sure that you guys did as well. But it's just such a cool area. Like, come on. I feel like we got to come back sometime. If we ever do like Tokyo Lens walking tours, we're definitely coming out here. Just love this space. Okay, now we're done. Bye, guys. Again, I know I said it was done, but it was actually info about the shrine here. It was Zenyarai. It's the full name. That is a long name. Zenyarai Benzaiten Ugafuku Jinja. You don't need Jinja Shrine. It's the same thing. And if you want a screenshot, there's some English for you right there. So that's the thing. Also, zoom. and I thought this guy was gonna leave. So I thought, oh, maybe I can take a thumbnail, because the original thumbnail that I was gonna have for this was gonna look like this. But I actually think this would be a much more appropriate thumbnail. Not leaving, just hanging out. Okay, it's just hanging out. That's all right, we'll figure it out. Okay, I'm really gonna end it now. Probably not. It's just so bright. I gotta find the car. I genuinely have, and like every time that every time I've gone to record one of these, I have no idea how long I'm gonna have to walk to get to the car. Just don't have a clue. The houses here, the way they're built up the hills though, it's just really cool. There's this one, I don't know how well you'll be able to see it behind the pole, but can we... Like that one right there, that's a cool house. Okay, so I was about to leave and then the truck left and then it looked really nice and I was like, oh, well, gotta come up and get a peek at it without the truck. So this is what we would have been approaching if that truck wasn't there. I know since you've already seen it with the truck, it probably doesn't have the same level of impact, but it's still really cool. So there it is. Awesome.